Have you ever sat alone at night and wondered to yourself, I wonder how the developers of this 20-year-old children's racing game accounted for rare edge cases in standard gameplay? No? Well, aren't you a weirdo? Because you clicked on this video, silly. Today we're going to talk about ties in Mario Kart DS and the rare oddities that come about when you demand equality on the racetrack. This is a tie. This is a three-way tie. And this is a four-way tie. If you've ever played online in MKDS in the past few years, you've probably seen this screen at least once. It's kinda lame, honestly. You play 4 races and nobody wins. But my friends, this is just the entrance to the rabbit hole that I've spent the last 2 years of my life exploring. So I thought to myself the other night, is it possible to 3-way tie a Grand Prix? Which was followed up by, wait, could you 8-way tie a Grand Prix? And then, wait, how do points work again? And finally, god damn it, I gotta do math! She has a college degree in math, by the way. So I got out a pencil and paper and I devised a plan to tie a Grand Prix 8 ways. To not bore you with math, I'll make this quick. The points are distributed as such: 10, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. By getting each racer to finish in a specific place on each race, it's possible for all 8 players to finish with exactly 17 points. Playing with other humans or on multiple games at once, this isn't actually too hard. In fact, in Versus mode, there's actually unique result screens for 5, 6, 7, and 8-way ties. I was actually the first person to ever discover these and document them because of how astronomically unlikely they are to encounter. But it's crazy to think that the developers even thought of this. But anyways, that's Versus mode, and that's against human players. What I want to do is manipulate these 7 chuckleheads to line up in exactly the order I need them to 4 races in a row. Even with the use of tools, I knew that this was going to be a pain, but some way, somehow, I managed it. Before I get into showing off my TAS, I do want to explain a few of the strategies I utilized to bend this game to my will. If you're looking to just watch the run without any commentary or explanations, a link to the raw video is in the description. This run makes heavy use of RNG manipulation to get the ideal items to push the computers around exactly the way I need to. The item you get is based on what place you're in and the frame that you make contact with the item box. On the overlay, you'll see what item I'm going to roll from each box the moment I touch it thanks to the Lewis script that I'm using. There's a number of ways I can use items to slow down and order CPUs. The most dominant of these strategies are knockoffs, and they can be performed with a mushroom, star, or sometimes just well-timed driving. This is the reason why I actually picked the Lightning Cup. The last 3 tracks all lend themselves quite nicely to knocking racers off the track with item sets near the edge. This is also why I chose Bowser and the Banisher. His high weight and large hitbox allow me to bully computers quite easily. I'll also be utilizing star ramming to more or less freeze a CPU in place for the duration of its use. Lastly, I'll be using a standard fare of items like shells, bombs, and bananas when absolutely needed. Thanks to the precision of TAS, I can do some pretty silly things with them. But let's get into the TAS itself. For the first track, Choco Island, I'm actually going to do nothing special. Due to the way I've routed the points, I just need to drive the track as normal and get first place, which despite not drifting at all, I'm actually very easily able to do. As you see going forward, these computers can really vary in how well they drive. The last second pass here will definitely not cause any issues down the line. Next up is Banshee Boardwalk, home of the beloved fish Bubba. For this race, I need to make all racers finish in the exact opposite placements of the last race. This means the two rival CPUs, Wario and Mario, need to place 6th and 7th, while the slow Rob and Toad need to get top 2. This was a nightmare to get through, and my strategies at the time were quite primitive. This was not nearly long enough to stall these two, and this will come back to bite me several times. Now I begin the long trek back to the rest of the pack to do a little bit more shaking up the standings. In less than a minute, Mario and Wario have already made up the distance and are causing problems again. I essentially have to act as a bodyguard to Toad and Rob to prevent them from getting past. This next sequence in the house is rather complex. I'm getting a blue shell thrown at me, but I still need to stop these CPUs from driving by too quickly. With some quick thinking and precise throws, I'm able to lay down 3 bananas and a green shell precisely right so I can still make my ending strategy work out. There's so much that went into this final sequence that I can't even begin to go over every detail, but I can assure you it was not easy. Thanks to not seeing that last second pass on Choco Island, the points are slightly out of order. Thankfully, I can just make a small adjustment for the next 2 races to fix this. Now we have Sky Garden. I'm going to be knocking CPUs off a lot here. This is the finishing order I need to end the race. And this bridge will be the site of my massacre. On just my second shroom, I will be knocking off 5 computers. On my next shroom, I knock Mario to the left so hard he respawns further back on the track. After all my shrooms, I purposely slam into the wall to kill my speed, which allows me to turn my cart around faster. Satisfied with my abuse, I decide it's time to move forward and actually complete some of the race. I fully take advantage of TAS precision and item manipulation to drive a really fast second lap. I need to catch up with the rest of the pack that I let escape so I can adjust their order before the race ends. Or at least that's what I thought I needed to do, but they ended up sorting themselves out just fine. Now, we wait. I might have bullied those three a little longer than I needed to. After I bomb them from afar, I can use a well-timed red shell on Waluigi to ensure he falls off and gets last place, while I race ahead into 5th and finish the race. Last up is Yoshi Circuit. I need the computers to finish in this order. As usual, this track begins with a healthy dose of Mario and Wario abuse. I actually end up sending Mario really, really high here. In lap 2, I'll be doing a bit more computer abuse before continuing on with the race as normal. I let Mario and the gang free at just the right time so that they would catch up right before the end of the race. All that's left to do is land a few item hits and everyone will finish exactly where I need them to. And with that, everybody ties for first at 17 points. In the event of a tie, the player will always get first, and further placements are based on the outcome of the most recent race, so Waluigi takes second and Wario ends up in third. As we watch this final cutscene, I want to thank you all for watching and hope you enjoyed this TAS showcase.